guys, welcome back to the pig room, or welcome to the pig room if you guys are new here. So you guys may or may not know, but in my last video, I have been going through a lot. I ended up losing 2 of my animals, Milo, my rabbit, and then Leon, one of my guinea pigs. So I felt like the perfect way to get back to making positive videos for you guys was to kind of do a reset here in the pig room, clean it, and then also do a walkthrough and some updates on how the piggies are doing, and also some plans and where my head is at with what I want to do. So as you guys can see, the pig room is looking pretty clean. I do need to actually move this box of hay downstairs into the basement because I do have this bin right here filled up. I also wanted to mention that I did not clean this cage over here just yet because I have their stuff in the wash. So do not mind how messy it is right now. It's kind of looking a little crazy, but I did go ahead and actually clean out their litter box. So that is all nice and fresh. As you guys can see, they're currently just munching down on their hay. You guys also may or may not be able to tell there's been some changes in this area, which I will cover and go over with you guys. As you guys know, I have a lot of piggies. My highest amount that I've ever had at one point was 21, which is insane to say out loud. And also a little bit sad because now I only have 12 guinea pigs. So to not have 9 of those anymore is really heartbreaking. And it's just really sad to see my family get smaller and smaller. I'm just learning to love the piggies that I do have here currently and taking care of them and spoiling them as much as I possibly can. And that is definitely what's happening because I've got some spoiled piggies on my hands. These boogers are taken care of the best I possibly can. I mean, just look at their faces, just enjoying themselves, munching down on their hay, drinking their water, hanging out, relaxing. I'm honestly quite jealous of my piggies. They're living like the best life ever. Over here, we've got my cage, which houses my trio. That's made up of Ollie, my naked guinea pig, and Eris, and also Kyle. You guys always get this confused, but Kyle is actually a girl. I know she has a more quote-unquote guy name, but she is named after the Real Housewife character on Beverly Hills, Kyle Richards. So do not get it twisted. She is a female. I do not have 2 males living in this cage with 1 female. It is 1 male with 2 females and 1 neutered male to be exact. I do not want any babies. But yeah, this is Kyle right here. She is actually my first piggy that I ever got. She did come from Petco. That was before I ever knew you could actually adopt guinea pig from like online or different websites or from rescues or shelters. And if I'm being honest, you guys, I'm kind of surprised that she's still here. I mean, I feel like so many piggies that come from Petco come with such bad genetics, and she's still here like 5 years later, which is insane. But she is my first child, my little baby, Miss Kyle. She is not the most friendly. It's actually kind of weird. When I had her sister, Teddy, or her partner, I should say, because I don't think they were related, she was really friendly with me and super social, and she would always let me give her chin scratches. But since losing her friend, she just really doesn't want anything to do with me. But that is totally fine. I give Kyle her space and respect that, and I kind of just leave her be and let her do her thing. But she is a very special piggy, and I love her so much. I mean, it's kind of hard not to love your first one, but she means the absolute world to me. Now, I don't even know what to tell you guys. They are obsessed with this house. I got it from the LA Guinea Pig Rescue off of Amazon. All 3 of them will actually go in there at once, but right now there's Ollie and Eris in there. They are cuddling, they're staying warm. This thing gets so warm in there, but I guess with all that body heat, it makes sense. But as you guys can see with all the poops, they literally love this house so much. I probably at this point should get another one because I mean, they're just always crammed in there and it's not that big, but they somehow make it work. So yeah, they really like that house. We've got my other trio over here. I love having like 2 trios next to each other. So we've got Winston, who's my neutered male right here. He was actually one of the first males that I ever got as well. He was from like a mom and pop pet store. And then also we've got Fifi and Ariel, who are my rescues. If you guys have yet to actually check out that rescue, I cannot recommend it enough. It was definitely one of the most intense ones I have ever done. And also the most dramatic transformation I've ever seen a piggy have has been Ariel. She did not look like this whatsoever when I first rescued her. She was like bald. Honestly, you could call her like a skinny pig at that point because she had no fur. She could not walk. She could not stand up straight. She was shaky. And now she is happy and healthy. And that's all due part to taking really good care of her. And she looks so good and fluffy. She is a Texel guinea pig. That is why her hair is super crazy. Along with her mom, Fifi. She's got even like more crazy hair. Fifi is very, very social. She's a biter though. She loves to bite my finger. If I like put it here right by her, she probably will take, oh, yep, and a little nibble. So I have to kind of stay cautious about that. She's my little rock star. I like to call her that because she's got a little mohawk, as you guys can see. I do give her haircuts, but that's the one part that I always make sure to avoid because I just feel like it gives her a little uniqueness and a little character, so I keep that mohawk all the time. They love to make a mess with their litter box. As you guys can see, this hay gets literally everywhere. There is nothing I can do about it. Honestly, I probably should have gave them the hay rack, but I made that mistake. So next time I do litter box changes, I'm probably gonna switch these two. I'll be the first to say guinea pigs are one of my favorite animals, and they're also very cute, but they're one of the messiest animals. So if you guys don't like mess, I probably would not get guinea pigs because you have to deal with this constantly, and also a huge amount of poop and peeing around the cage. It gets very nasty very quickly, but I kind of am used to it at this point because I've had guinea pigs for so long. So honestly, picking up poop and cleaning up hay and replacing pee pads that are like soaked in pee is at this point quite normal for me. As I mentioned, we're still waiting on their laundry to be done because their cage is definitely in need of a full cage clean, and it's looking very dirty and also a little bit sparse. I feel like it's like missing stuff. So I definitely need to go ahead and put some fresh items in the cage to fill it up and just give them more enrichment. It's not the most exciting cage going on right now. They have definitely loved on their toys, like to another degree. This is our jumbo hay ball, which they destroyed. This is our piggerito, which is not a burrito anymore. It's literally just the holder. But these are actually nice because you can go ahead and refill them and they're like brand new. They also did a fair amount of damage to their Timothy hoop. This thing used to be super thick and now it's super thin. And then the elephant in the room, as you guys could probably notice, is that we have a little bit of a different cage setup going on right now. With the loss of Leon and Mr. Styles being alone, I just didn't really think he needed that big of a cage. It was also kind of a pain to clean with just one piggy in there. So I figured, you know what, let me just make it a little bit smaller but still meet the requirements. It's actually way above still. He's living in a 12 square foot cage. He's got everything he needs. He's got his tunnel, he's got his hammock, he's got his litter box, he's got some toys, he's got an absorbent mat, he's got everything he could possibly need. I will be honest with you guys, probably one of the hardest things when it comes to losing an animal is obviously, you know, losing the animal itself, but I just feel like it is cleaning up after losing them. Cleaning up after losing them, and then also just realizing that your piggy or your animal doesn't have their partner anymore. I feel like that's what's almost making this more painful for me and why I've been so emotional. The thought of like Leon and Styles being together for so many years of their life and then Mr. Styles being left alone for the first time in his life, I can only imagine how lonely that must feel. So I'm really putting myself in his shoes and trying to figure out like what is it that I want to do for him that will best benefit his life. He's a very great piggy. He's very social. He's super sweet. He's not the most like pettable, I guess you could say, but once he's in your lap, he's really fun and really sweet, but he just does really well and did really well with Leon. So it was super painful to just realize that he was not going to have a companion anymore, a best friend. So I'm having to really figure out what it is that I want to do for him so that way he can still live out his life being happy and having fun. I think that's the most important. I think all guinea pigs should have a chance at having a friend, and the fact that he did and did so well just lets me know that he could do well with another piggy. So I am thinking of some options to do for him, Mr. Styles. I could neuter him. He is on the older side, so that's something that I would have to discuss with my vet and get a female for him, or I could get a little baby male and actually bond him with Mr. Styles. Now I won't lie to you guys, I am not a fan of male guinea pigs. I mean, they're one of my favorites, but in terms of like a bonding session between two males, it is not something I want to do at all. So I am kind of leaning more towards getting him neutered and then finding him a female. And then I have to think obviously logically, because that's always the best thing for me to do when it comes to owning these animals. And I have to realize that like obviously one day Mr. Styles will pass away. And if I do have a female, I can just easily integrate them into one of my other cages. Whereas if I got another male for him, it would be difficult because I wouldn't be able to bond him with any other of my cages. And then I would be in the same situation that Mr. Styles is in right now. So I'm leaning more towards getting him neutered and then finding him a female, and they can live with each other here in this cage. I probably will go back to a 3x6 for them. This is just for himself, but yeah, I think that's probably more towards where I'm going. Obviously I will go to a shelter or a rescue and adopt from them, but yeah, I guess get excited because we'll probably have a new family member involved in the pig room very, very soon, which gets me excited because I have not introduced a new piggy to the pig room in literally so long. So that'll be a really fun vlog for you guys to actually watch, and also to see, you know, the bonding session and the cage building. There is just so much involved when it comes to introducing a new piggy to the family. Also, I won't lie to you guys, I do kind of like having a little bit more storage room here. It is really nice. So I've got my aspen shavings for my litter box right here, and then I've got my orchard grass in this bin right here. Again, I have my huge box of Oxbow orchard grass hay right here, which I'm probably gonna move into my basement because I feel like it just makes sense for me to, like, when this runs out, I'll go downstairs with this bin, fill it up with this, and then bring it back up here. I feel like that method works so much better. So that's probably what I'll do. But yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this little update video. I am feeling better. Thank you guys so much for all your words and support through this difficult time that I've been going through. It's definitely made this easier, and I definitely can feel myself getting back to my normal routine. I cannot wait to just be back to YouTube and filming and posting like every 3 to 4 days. Definitely expect that to be coming back because I was loving filming so much. It's just that when you lose a piggy or you lose a bun or you lose any animal, you just feel like you get thrown off the tracks, and that's definitely what's happened to me. But I'm feeling a lot better now, and I cannot wait to film more for you guys and connect with you. Definitely expect to see a bunch of more videos coming. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I hope you and your piggies are happy, safe, and healthy. Bye, guys.